Hey yo, what is up FPG fam? Further here, and boy do we have a discussion to have today. Now I know this video's late, I do apologize, this information has been out for a little bit, but I did want to go ahead and talk about it with you guys nonetheless. I want to give my 2 cents and opinions, but I definitely want to hear from you all down in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your opinions on this topic in particular. This is of course in regards to the accelerated timeline on global and the banners that we're going to be having here on December 22nd. As well as the rerun that was confirmed for Nemesis. There's a lot to go over, so I hope you enjoyed nonetheless. And once again, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. So I did a video just the other day talking about Tianlang being confirmed for December 22nd based off of the post that they went ahead and made on their official Twitter page, and I'm talking about Global Tower of Fantasy. Now in that video, I got a few comments speaking about that it was not just Tianlang that's going to be coming, it's actually Lyra. So I went back to their Twitter page, and indeed, I saw this post right here stating Volt and Physical 2 limited orders, and they're going to start on December 22nd, meaning they're going to be at the same time. And then I saw this confirmation of Nemesis reissue on December 15th. And when I saw this post, and when I saw that Lyra and Tianlang were going to be coming at the same time, I automatically knew that the community was going to be in an uproar about this because they were already complaining about the accelerated timeline on global and how fast these banners were coming, especially in reference to Saki and Lin, where we had the Saki banner, and then about 12 days later we had the Lin banner, and people were freaking out about that already. And then Tianlang coming on the 22nd, but not only Tianlang, Lyra also. I just knew this wasn't going to go over well. Now, I do want to go over some of these comments here on the Twitter page, just kind of see what the community has to say. But I did want to go ahead and give my 2 cents on the matter. So here is where I stand with what's going on here. First and foremost, I'm an advocate to catching up to the CN version. I, from a content creator standpoint, want to catch up to the CN version. Reason being is because at that point, we're all on an even playing field. And what I mean by that is when you take a look at the content creators, the ones that are doing really well, those are content creators that have played the CN version and continue to play the CN version. We have Gate, we have Zaki Senpai, Kyrios. Those individuals are doing really well because they played the CN version, so they had prior knowledge of the game. They're able to give good information, but because of that, they also get the new stuff that's coming to CN, which is very exciting, and I would dare say more exciting than what we get on the global side, because we already know what's coming on the global side. CN gets these new things, the new shiny toy, and that's exciting to see. Now, from a content creator standpoint, we're the individuals that cover just global specifically and solely, we're a little behind, right? So from a content creator standpoint, catching up to CN version, everything being even for us and new for us is going to be beneficial for me and other global content creators. So I'm an advocate to catching up to CN, and I want to be on the same even playing field. I want to get the new stuff when they do as well, so I'm all about it. Now here is where my issue lies, and this is going to be more for free-to-play players and light spenders. Whales, this is great for Whales because it's consistent content, and I like this as well. To be honest with you, the consistent content, not having too long of a period that's a lull, stale state, where we're getting consistent content and updates is really nice, right? And for Whales, this is fantastic because they're getting banners left and right, and whales are going to whale no matter how frequent the banners are coming. If anything, they probably enjoy it, especially the Giga Whales. But for free-to-play players and light spenders, this is very difficult because the issue lies in these banners are coming too quickly, but we're not getting the resources to compensate. So what I mean by that is these banners are coming at an accelerated rate, but the rewards and the dark crystals and red nucleus are not. We're getting it at a standard rate when they should be accelerated as well. If you're going to accelerate the timeline, and if you're going to be giving these banners back to back or at the same time now with these two individuals, then we need to have the rewards and the premium currency to compensate for this accelerated timeline, and I don't feel as if they've been doing that. 150 dark crystals there, 150 dark crystals here, 3 red nucleus there, 2 red nucleus here is not going to cut it. Free-to-play players and light spenders cannot keep up, and when they cannot keep up, they are more likely to just simply quit the game because they're never going to be able to get the characters that they want. And of course, when it comes to free-to-play players and light spenders, they should be prioritizing and saving for specific characters, but it's very difficult when you have this accelerated time frame, and it's very difficult when you come out with 2 banners at the same time that nobody was anticipating, right? Volt and Physical. Now, if you're a free-to-play player in Light Spenders, and let's say Volt is your main team and Physical is your secondary that you're building, this is a nightmare for you, especially if you missed out on Nemesis. This is an extreme nightmare for you. And so you're really in a hard place, because obviously you want Lyra for your physical team. That's going to be essential. And then Tien Lang, especially if you skip Nemesis, or if you get Nemesis, you're going to have to skip out on Tien Lang. And what about Lyra now? It's just not a good position to be in, right? And I can see the frustrations, and I understand why people would be upset about this. I certainly do. And I'm definitely on board. Now, if they gave us the rewards to compensate for this, then that's a different story, but I don't feel as if they are, and I feel like this is just not going to go over well with the majority of the community. But let's go ahead and see what the community has to say. That's basically my 2 cents. I'm an advocate of catching up to CN. I do want to catch up to CN, but I feel as if this would have been better splitting these 2 banners up. Even if it was like a Lin and Saki situation, at least give some time in between. But if you're going to drop them both, or if you're going to accelerate us to this degree, then you need to go ahead and give us the premium currency to compensate this accelerated time frame, right? And if you're not going to, then this is just not going to boil over well. Let's take a look at what the community has to say at this time. So now this is a mockery to those players who complain that banners are running in a much faster pace. Good job, devs. Imagine having Nemesis rerun in the middle of Lin's banner, and after Lin, 2 new banners will be out. Like, the heck are these? I mean, it's true. It's kind of ridiculous. Once again, if the premium currency was there to compensate, that would be a different story, but it's not. So that's why people are complaining. If they slow down, then anyone who has no interest in these characters would be waiting almost twice as long. Lose-lose situation. I mean, it certainly is, but at the same time, that's how it was on CN. So it's like, it's one of those situations where I do agree it's kind of a lose-lose situation, but what do you, I mean, the win-win situation would be to compensate, and they're not. We Wanderers deserve a treat this season. Just because there's double banner this month doesn't mean we can get them all. I agree. Lyra is my main. Double the freebies given. I agree. As well as bonus top up for premium. Hear us out. That's another thing. They didn't reset the double top up bonus. It's just, and then everything that's going on in the shop, the whole controversy. Oh, here we go. This whole controversy, it just makes it 10 times worse, right? This whole thing makes it 10 times worse. It's pretty crazy. Please stop rushing so much. You're already making people tired and leaving the game because we can't keep up. That's what I was mentioning earlier. 2 limited banners at the same time, plus a rerun. Most of us free to play or just not a whale. Yeah, I agree that this is what I was stating earlier. They don't care about free to play. The target audience is the whales. I don't necessarily agree with that. With the minimal care for dolphins and minimal monthly pack spenders. Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that. I mean, I know they do care about their free-to-play players, but it just doesn't seem that way right now, right? There goes my savings for Lyra. Wish she was next year January, but yeah, wish you luck on your first rerun, Shirley. Yeah, if you're rushing on to CN, don't forget to add Nem, Claudia, Frigg, Cobalt to the standard bit. Yeah, so this is an interesting take right here, and I agree. They need to go ahead and start putting these characters in the standard banner if they're going to go ahead and accelerate this time frame. And I guess that would start with Nem right now, because she's getting her rerun, right? Right after her rerun's done, put her in the standard, get Claudia in there, get Frigg in there. I think that would make people happier, because Lin will never be added to the general character pool, and no guarantee you have a rerun. Rip to anyone who is in a hyper whale wanting to pull for these 3 banners. I get that you're trying to catch up, but not cool. Yeah, it's the problem is that this accelerated time frame is catered to the whales, right? Because they're the only ones that can keep up. Free-to-play players and light spenders are just left in the dust, because we're not getting the necessary resources to be able to keep up. I'm a low spender, yet I managed to A4 Lin with 100 reds saved over for Lyra. If people didn't save their red/dark crystals wisely from early game, then it's not the fault of the devs. I don't agree with that at all. Let's use Flame Main, for example. You had Cobalt, you had Ruby, you had those back-to-back. What are you going to do then, right? How do you save if you're back-to-back? And then let's say you wanted Lin. Lin came not too long afterwards. How do you possibly save if you're a Flame Main, right? That doesn't make any sense. Or if you wanted Saki and Lin at the same time, how do you save for that? You just have been lucky to save all the way for Lin, and then you have Lyra coming on December 22nd, and you probably got lucky with your pulls. So you just are one of those individuals that are in a lucky situation, and you prioritized, you know, A4 Lin, which didn't come for quite some time, so you had the time to save. But if you were a Flame main, you didn't really have that luxury, and some people don't, right? So yeah, you can't blame the people. Now the flip side of that is individuals who are just spending on every banner that were free to play and light spenders. Then yeah, you can say that about them. If they weren't prioritizing or focusing on a specific element, then yeah, those people you can't give any sympathy to, because they should have known better. I'm excited about the Nemesis rerun, but I do agree with some of the complaints in the comments. Also, yeah, I agree. So we can see the overall consensus, right? People are not happy about this. So I want to know what you guys think. Oh, the same person again. Everyone complaining about double banners. Why? I didn't see the same complaints when Saki/Lin. No, there was complaints about this. And Ruby and Cobalt. No, there was complaints about this. And Frigg and Claudia. No, because there was more time in between those two. Overlapped. I don't recall Frigg and Claudia overlapping, and I don't recall Ruby and Cobalt overlapping. But no, people complained about Saki and Lin, and people complained about Ruby and Cobalt. People didn't complain about Frigg and Claudia because there was enough time in between. That is true as well. Overlap is different to straight up dual banner. Yeah, no, people complained about this. Yeah, this was a complaint. So that's not true. That's null and void. Anyways, guys, you get the overall consensus on what we have going on here, right? People are not happy. So I want to see what you guys have to say. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm interested. Just want to get a discussion going with you guys and get your take. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name is Cody. You can call me further. I'll see you all next one. Bye, guys.